vision board to show you I'm betting on myself. Count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sing my shit like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk. I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did just happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody. This is Stunt 101. Up in the club.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. That's out to the flat for Akers. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, there you go, Charles. His first NFL pass, and it goes for a completion.
And you know that they thought about this before even calling the play, right? Let's get him his first completion. Let's get it out of the way because we expect bigger things from him going forward, but take care of the small stuff first.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Come on.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Let's go now.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Nineteen Chargers.
Back to throw here. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
60 Vikings.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. Viking 18.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Looking to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jamal Agnew there to make the grab. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, set. Check.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Sticking with Walker on second down. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Back to throw. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the...
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. He's into the secondary. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw. And, that is going to be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
This is fielded at the 27.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Ready,
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Able to avoid him. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. A tight one, 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports.
Okay, ready? Panther street. Ready.
Back to Walker on first down.
He's got some breathing. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one, a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
Going up top for Cup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Cougar 19. Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again.
Ready.
Now a second down and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They'll try for the first with Walker. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Walker has it. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there, because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Get it. Hey.
A give up the middle to Akers. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in. And
now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. A strong running. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference. and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused.
Here we go. Set. Alert. Alert. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Connecting with Cup here on the out route. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
Only
go.
needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many
three-syllable word.
syllables, yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we should.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying again another day.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Finding Walker complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Let's go.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw again.
And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
Rams 15. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
1 second, all that remains.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Touchdown!
Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
This is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Bronco switch.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And a short gain down to about the 33. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf 45 yards.
And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
15. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go?
Check, man. Check, man.
Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought
Here we go.
donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
Walker once more.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Rams 15. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it.
And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be.
Oh, this is blocked. And the Rams have got it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Boy, at this point, I don't know what's going on down there. You got guys running one way on the pick six, now running the other way to return the blocked extra point.
It's almost like that guy went this way, but the other guy went that way. And guess what? Both of them scored points.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're going right back to Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Trying the left side with Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready, break. Ready.
On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now it's the backup Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, You're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, a 23-yard run. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Strike.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Agnew now to return. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Okay, ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us
and get better for the next time out. This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you do.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
60 vices, 60 vices. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And unable to break away, they stop him. Shy.
Schuster. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 193 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Charles, are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 65 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week week one, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division.